Girls of Reddit, what is a struggle that you face daily that most guys don't know about? We don't have any goddamn pockets. The mere existence of fake pockets irritates me so much. Fall asleep on white sheets, wake up on Japanese flag. Thinking about your safety all the time. Where you walk, how dark it is, where you park, who is in your general vicinity at all times. Parking at the mall? Don't park near a van. Want to stay late studying? Better have someone walk you to your car. It's exhausting honestly. I always like asking men and women why they won't go clubbing alone. The answer reveals gender differences. Men would say it's because it's not fun/lame if they go on their own. Women will always say that it's not safe. Oh, and to add to your list, always watch your drink. You need to run for the bathroom and not sure if you can handle chugging down the drink. Looks like you're trashing that drink and buying another one. Clubbing and your friends are going to the bathroom? Better go in a group so you don't end up alone. I finally understood why women go to the bathroom in groups after I had one guy go up to me and say, "I saw your friends leave. I know you're all alone." If that was supposed to be a pickup line, it's the worst ever. The library is emptying out. Better leave so you don't end up alone. This and more. I've done the online dating thing, and there's a whole level of safety that I have to think about that I don't think most guys are aware of. I have to make sure we meet in a public place, make sure to call a friend and let them know where I am and what the guy's name is, etc, etc. And a few guys have given me grief if I say I don't want to go home with them immediately after the first date, or they don't understand why I'll only have one drink with them and don't let myself get tipsy. It's all those little rules I have to follow, because if heaven forbid I break one of those rules and something happens, then I will get the absolutely endless barrage of, "Well, you shouldn't have been drinking," or "What did you think would happen if you went back to his place," etc. It's not that I think any particular guy I'm on a date with is necessarily dangerous. I wouldn't go out with someone if it didn't feel safe in the first place. It's just that you never know, so I try to be cautious. A lot of guys really don't appreciate the level of trust it takes to meet up with a stranger you met online. Painting your nails with your non-dominant hand. The struggle is real. If I happen to run a few errands or God forbid go to school or work without my coupon, and I run into someone I know, I get, "Hey, are you okay? You look sick." And then when I do wear my coop and I look all cute and presentable, I'll hear, "Yeah, guys definitely like the natural look better." Upset face. It's a catch-22, but you're still a catch. Shaving my kneecaps. 25 years of practice and I'm still awful at it. I'm convinced knees exist in more dimensions than we can see. While in the shower, I could probably spend an hour alone running the razor over my kneecaps and there would still be hair there. Maybe not skin, but the hair would be there. Anything and everything you do with the opposite sex can, and probably will at some point, be interpreted as being at ease or leading him on. Not even always by the guy, often it's his friends, his other female friend, whoever may benefit from pretending there's a victim in any/every situation where two dexes gather. And please don't get me wrong, women are just as brutal toward each other as anyone else with this shit. I've had wonderful guy friends drop me because when they finally made a move, I made it clear I just want to be friends. I never felt like I did anything to give them any idea that I had feelings for them. Probably the worst thing about being a girl. And then they get a girlfriend, we become friends again, and I get shit from the girlfriend about trying to steal him. Which, I had the opportunity which I didn't take, so you're welcome. I hate this. I get along really well with guys and enjoy having them as friends. I think it is because there isn't that creepy competitive thing women get with each other, but then sometimes I find out that some particular guy really just wants to sleep with me, and then I feel stupid for imagining that he might actually find me interesting as a human being, beyond just being a potential sex partner. I'm 44 old, and this happens to me recently with a guy who must be at least 60. For real. It never ends. What I like to call body maintenance. Shaving, moisturizing, makeup, finding bras that fit, periods, etc etc. I know guys have upkeep as well, but from what I've seen from my roommate it's just shave, shower, deodorant. I live with my boyfriend. The amount of time he puts into looking good is minuscule compared to mine. 7-minute shower, brush teeth, deodorant, get dressed. Like 15 minutes of work, whereas I get a full hour of asking myself if I even care enough to put in an hour. Guess I do. Sometimes. You're always expected to look nice and to look happy and have a pleasant demeanor. Seriously, sometimes we want to go outside with frizzy hair and no makeup and sweatpants and not talk to or smile at anyone. There are no girl clothes anymore that are actually functional, and on top of that, they are just getting ridiculous. Want a sweater for winter? Best I can do for you is a thin, long-sleeved crop top. Need a nice dressy shirt for work? How about we make it see-through with gold-studded pleather shoulder pads? Looking for a new skirt? Try this spandex Disney princess themed mess. I call that shit fatal flaws. Oh look, a dressy blouse, and it has no back. Oh look, nice floral dress, and it's so short I have to wear it with pants. When a guy's being nice to you, wondering if he's really a nice guy and you should accept, or he wants something in return and you should decline. This goes for bosses offering to meet up to discuss your career, a headhunter who wants to meet up with you after work to discuss career opportunities, a friend who insists on helping you move, your coworker offering to cover for your, etc. Very true. And you're either being conceited for assuming he's into you, or you're cruel for leading him on. Shout out to the real nice guys who make their intentions known and don't do favors expecting things in return. Probably the things we do to try and stay safe at night / sketchy places. Not going out alone, always being aware of other people, etc. I was walking with a guy friend out to his car at 3 AM, and when we got to it, he then pulled his key out of his backpack. I was surprised that he didn't have them out earlier, like before we left the library. He was surprised when I said that I always have my keys ready before I leave the building and lock the doors as soon as I get in. I lived downtown 4 years and I'd always see women at 9 PM, 2 AM whatever talking on their cell phones, never saying anything but talking with someone. For a while I thought I was in some sort of weird universe where everyone talked on their cell phones all the time and I didn't. My wife explained it to me and I was like ooh. Yes, I think men really take this for granted, that they can expect to feel safe in public places, while we can't. This is a more serious response, and I hope other women, and maybe men, have this as well. I have what I call spontaneous bursts of hatred. I overanalyze lots of things, and sometimes I'll suddenly just feel like one of my friends is the worst person on earth, and being near them makes me really upset. It only lasts temporarily, and I've been able to recognize when I actually hate someone, which rarely happens, and when I'm just spontaneously hating them, but it still sucks. I largely get this way when I'm hungry. I don't feel physically hungry in the stomach area. I just slowly start hating everything anyone says. Plucking and waxing. So much money, time, and pain go into looking presentable. I have a friend who's a beautician and needed people to practice waxing. I volunteered cause I thought it would be funny to get my legs waxed. I happen to be an extremely hairy man, and after the third strip of my inch-long leg hair was violently torn from my flesh did I realize, no it's not funny, it just hurts a lot. So now I have no hair on my lower legs, but a carpet everywhere else. Getting things explained to you by men. Getting things explained to you by men, because we started talking about thing, because I'm an expert in thing, and dude is not, yet he can't ask me about thing for reasons I don't understand, and instead tramples all over the conversation explaining basic level stuff to me, the thing expert. This conversation could be a lot more interesting, and you'd know more about the thing afterwards, if you'd let me talk, dude. This is also called mansplaining, or being a giant bore. Disclaimer, many of these dudes just have a bad case of narcissistic Dunning-Kruger syndrome, and will do this to anybody, not just women and or experts. Men are really bad about doing this to other men too, but they are extra bad about it with women. I have tattoos. One relatively large one on my shoulder, that has a lot of personal meaning to me. Apparently I was meant to consider how it may look on my wedding day, one day of my life which may or may not ever actually happen, or what my future children may think of it, when my favorite makeup product or perfume is discontinued. Having to think about a whole outfit. When I buy one item of clothing I point do I have shoes / a bag / accessories to go with this. The only contraceptive pill that works for me is expensive because its lack of side effects are a luxury. It is significantly more expensive to have anything done to my hair compared to a man. Got any similar examples? Leave it in the comments below.